I'm obsessed with Cillian Murphy.
Also,
So,
how old's Cillian Murphy?
I'm obsessed with
And
Blake.
Michaela, how
I'll
weird
watch
is it
anything.
with like the Odyssey that Nolan's invited all his friends apart from Cillian Murphy, who's been in all of these films pretty much.
Yeah. Kev, Cillian Murphy's 50.
And
I don't want to see another 60-year-old James Bond running around.
Ages.
Idris Elba would have been good 10 years ago.
Yeah, we need a young one.
Because it's so...
Well, we need to start again so we can get multiple movies out of them. Right?
Yeah, get someone in their 20s.
What about
Tom Holland would be great, but too big.
Special guest episode.
today's special guest is Michaella Evelyn. We discuss TV and film reviews. She's predominantly on YouTube doing long-form conversations. We talk about social media, balancing that with life, and finding time to create. We cover many subjects, including computer games, James Bond, and what we've been watching recently that's really stayed with us. We know you'll enjoy this one. Let's get to it. Welcome back to Rage Well, guys. Today we have Michaela joining us, who is a fantastic TV and film reviewer that we've been watching for quite a while. That sounds creepier than it was meant to be, but
It's all right.
You've got some really good content and really good reviews, and obviously you do things like interviews and everything as well. So we thought we'd get in touch. But if you want to introduce yourself and what you're up to, that would be great.
Nice. Thank you, obviously, for having me as well, and like arranging this out. But yeah, I'm Michaella Evelyn. I am in the film, TV, entertainment space. I talk about films. I talk about media because I have a degree in media and communication. So I decided to kind of mix in everything in one. So yeah, I've been doing that about a year now. And I obviously have moved across more to YouTube more recent, but I used to be very more focused on my Instagram and TikTok or Instagram. But yeah, like I've just been playing the field. I mean, that's a really bad line, but yeah, just been enjoying myself. I've just been enjoying myself.
Metaphorical media field.
Yeah, media field. But yeah.
Oh, amazing! So you've actually got a degree in everything as well. What took you down that path then?
Yeah, so I used to actually play tennis at a high level when I was younger. So throughout my whole life, I used to play tennis up until I was about 17, 18, got injured. Oh. And then around that time, obviously my whole life was dedicated to tennis. And then I remember when I would go out and travel to like different countries with my coach, I would always say, oh, I want to watch like James Bond. Or like we'll go watch like when Skyfall came out, like I would always go watch it just the day before the matches. But then when I got injured, I kind of had to like revisit my life. Like, what do I actually enjoy doing? So I did A levels. You guys are all based in the UK, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So I did my A levels. I went into do communications and culture. That had a little bit more of media behind it. I picked up YouTube. I just really liked creating things. And then I really enjoyed that whilst I was doing my other A levels too. I just fell in love with comms and culture. I just fell in love with like dissecting everything around us, things that we watch. And then I went to go University of Nottingham, did media and communications with Mandarin. Don't ask me to speak Mandarin.
Wow.
But yeah, I did it Mandarin. And then since then it's just been a part of me. I feel like since I was like 16, 17, just media in general. But yeah.
That's incredible, so cool. Isn't it? I didn't know. I don't think I knew all that as well. You should put that in your bio.
Yeah, some of that is incredible. Seriously.
Thank you.
You've put in your bio like unserious thought daughter and just TV analysis on YouTube. You should be like,
yeah. I think you're playing it very cool, and I like that. She's not kind of, she's playing it cool.
But
play it
how are
cool.
you juggling things at the moment? Because you're saying as well, like I try to do it myself as well, which is difficult when you've got to promote stuff all the time, but trying to reduce your
Mm,
screen time, which is something you mentioned to me. You're trying to, so you don't catch up on messages that quick type thing. And I'm the same sometimes because I do all my, I'll do all my editing tonight and tomorrow night, and then I won't look
yeah,
at social media for pretty much 2 weeks. I'll just literally post and I'll spend 5 minutes sharing a few things and posting the ones that I've prepped. And I don't want to be on it all the time,
yeah.
otherwise your life gets sucked away. But how do you juggle creating YouTube, doing these reviews, all this sort of stuff, whilst keeping your balance?
Good question, because I feel like I've only started to figure it out now, and I think is I had to kind of make my own. I wanted to kind of define what I wanted my content to be first. Did I want to be someone that wants to be like on TikTok, constantly having to feed the algorithm, be on it constantly, or did I want to be a bit slower with my content? And YouTube gave like is my platform, like is this it aligns with me best? Like I post, I watch a lot of, I live on YouTube, like everything, my search engine is YouTube. And I kind of had to just define what type of lifestyle I wanted. Is it something very quick pace, always online, or is it just slow? And like you said, like you have a social life, like I'm married as well, I have like friends that I want to chill out with as well. Like, and as much as I talk about film, I also talk about media literacy and I also talk about media as a whole. And I think it's important that as much as I'm telling people, get offline, I also need to get offline. And I just I just felt kind of like this disconnect with what I was saying with what I was doing. So yeah, I've just been very intentional. Like sometimes when I'm working the whole day, my phone's upstairs. I'm not on my phone. I'm just on my laptop. Or, if I'm going out, I go out with no phone sometimes because yeah, like my husband would be like, "Oh, you're not gonna take off." No, I'm not taking my phone. Like, I don't want to be on my phone. Um, yeah, like it's just I'm becoming more intentional with everything, especially my screen time, what I'm consuming, what I'm listening to. But I think it's just down to intentionality, really. Yeah.
That's
I
so
was just going to say,
disciplined.
yeah. I mean, you say slow with your content, but I'd say purposeful, which I really love that you've made such a conscious decision to go, this is what I want to do. I don't want to be dictated to by an algorithm and that constant feeding the machine, as it were. You create something when it's right for you and when you feel it's finished, not the need to be seen. Because I always use this analogy that it's like a ghost house in Instagram, because unless people know the lights are on, you're constantly
Mm,
putting messages out there or posts so that it looks like the lights are still on. Otherwise, people go past your page because they're like, well, they're not here anymore.
yeah.
Right? There's no one in that
Yeah.
house. So you're like, well, hang on a minute. But then people and like creatives and artists, I think after a while, they were running out of content. And then the content started to
Mm,
get diluted because it didn't mean anything because they're just doing it to stay relevant.
yeah.
But it's
Just to
like, well,
stay.
what are you trying to say with that? Like, rather than just taking a
Mm,
random photo or taking a picture of my cereal or my yogurt and trying to come up with something quirky and like, wait a minute, this is
yeah.
getting really unhealthy because yogurt's got nothing to do with media and near cereal. Or, do you know what I mean? It's like people are just like clutching at straws to try and
To
maintain an
stay.
audience. And I think what you said was
Yeah.
just incredible. And that in itself, Michaela, is inspiring, to be honest.
Thank you. Thank you.
And I feel as well like you're a little bit younger than us. I'm guessing you look a lot more youthful than us. That's for sure. Like that's that your generation seems to be like attached to your phone, whereas I think we're starting to reject it. But it sounds like you're doing the same as well, which I don't see very much from the younger generation, really.
Yeah, context. I'm 26. I don't know how young you think I was. I'm 26. But yeah, no, I think there is a trend that happened 2025, or it's still happening now about like physical media, going analog, getting offline. There is obviously a trend there, but my whole thing is that, trends come and go. People really do this whole trend, but they don't really do it real and authentically. So yeah, we're talking about getting offline, but we're doing it online. So that's the whole kind of balance we're
I've got a
all
post that
like
I'm going
talking about.
offline.
Yeah.
It, it's
Yeah.
we're so hypocritical, right? Because it's like, the snake that's biting its own tail. Because the amount,
Literally.
because I do poetry and stuff like that, and a lot of poetry and poets on Instagram are saying we need to get off, and they're like trying to post things about breaking down the stigmas of social media, but we're on
Yeah.
social media. So we're
Honest,
just
it's so
so
hard.
hypocritical in what we're saying because people have to be on their devices to see what we're saying. So it's
Yeah,
like, what?
it's so crazy. It's literally so crazy, and it's what I always ask myself. Like, we just that's only one aspect of things, but we do that with everything, right? We say like, well, like we should be supporting X, Y, Z. Like, why are we doing this? And then you go and support the same person that like, not to be so political, but go and support the same person that will all say we should be supporting. So it's just like really, we're very complex, and I try to be as real as possible with myself and with other people too. That if I'm going to say something to other people, I should also be doing that. Um, but yeah, like it's a weird thing because trends come and go. Like I'm sure next year people are going to be going back on. Like I don't know if you had seen the brick, like people talk about like where you
Oh,
lock your phone away and like
Oh
no, I
yes,
thought you
yeah,
meant the Nokia. I thought you meant the big break phones,
no,
but
no, no. That's one thing as well. People are going back to brick phones.
yeah,
That's also a thing. But
yeah.
there's also like an something called the brick where you lock your phone and it doesn't let you go on it. So then people go online and say, "Oh, I've bricked my phone for 24 hours. Yay!" I'm like,
Oh, I
okay.
see. 'Cause back in the old days, if you tried to jailbreak an iPhone, it would brick it, wouldn't it? And you just couldn't use it.
Yes,
I get that's cool.
yes, yes,
That's
yes,
a good
yes, yes,
challenge,
yes.
though, isn't it? Like,
It's a great challenge.
so they
That
put their phone in a box so they can't use it, and then they go on the laptop to say, "I've just put my phone away."
so they're still entering social media to let people know they're not on social media.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, I just leave my phone upstairs now, so I'm not going to buy any app or anything.
I,
Just a quick message to thank you all for listening to our show, whether it's through Spotify, Apple, or YouTube. If you are enjoying, why not follow, click to subscribe, and leave a 5-star review. Also, a reminder to follow us on Instagram and TikTok for fun clips from the show. We love and appreciate your support, and thanks for sharing us with friends. This helps us to grow, improve, and continue creating. Now, back to the conversation.
I was just going to say that shows everything wrong with social media to a degree, right? The fact that we have to limit ourselves, the fact that we're checking to see how long we've been on certain things on our kind of active hours
Yeah,
doing something, and then the fact that we're trying to lock things down and all this stuff. Because it was, I think it was Kate Winslet was talking about this shows how bad social media is to a degree. Yes, it's a double-edged sword. And at the same
yeah,
time, good things can come from it because people can make people aware of certain things or charities can get in front of more people. But at the same time, the idea of that, even that kind of doom scrolling, and
doom scrolling.
we're now in a
TikTok's to
world,
blame for that. Yeah.
yeah, we're now in a world though, where it's like we're constantly grading ourselves. And not only that, we're grading ourselves, we're up against like celebrities. So like
Yeah,
you think you've had a great day when I don't know, like you found 10 pounds on the floor or something. I don't know. You're like, woo, my day's amazing. And then you see like Jay-Z or Beyonce and they're like at a 7-star hotel somewhere, just like you're having cocktails. You're like, I can't compete with that. So it's like, we're just always judging and comparing ourselves. And I feel like we've stopped doing things for the fun and enjoyment because even when we do something, we still want affirmation from someone.
yeah,
And it's so dangerous that we become so addicted to affirmation that we don't have the confidence in ourselves to do things or even to fail because we're like, man, I got to be good
yeah.
at this. This has got to have this amount of kind of, interactions or otherwise people don't care.
I think it's the same how people, start things and they stop things. Like they start, maybe they have like a project, they want to show their art to the world, and then they're not getting enough likes or followers. And then you see maybe eventually they don't continue anymore. Not because they don't love the art, but because obviously the engagement has now affected them so much that, okay, I don't like this, or maybe I'm not good at it, or people don't like it anymore. So there's also that part as well. That's why I also wanted to come off social media too, because I was kind of getting to a point where I was comparing myself.
Yeah.
And again, when you mentioned about like I'm playing it cool with like my media and stuff, it's kind of that aspect of like yeah, it's a really weird space, like especially online, that you don't want to compare, you don't want to like shout too much. You just want to kind of be in your own space, but still enjoy the platform.
Yeah.
So yeah, I completely get it. That's why I've just said, got to take some time away from it.
It's a healthy thing to do. Like you said about, especially like art. Like I do photography, and you'd post like a photo that you're really proud of, and you're getting
Yeah.
hundreds of views, and you get 3 likes or something. You're like, even your friends can't be bothered to click like, and then you're like focused on it. It's like, who gives a crap? Like, just walk away from that stuff and just do your own
So,
thing. But
yeah.
whereabouts are you based, Michaela?
I'm based in Essex.
Oh, right, okay.
So I grew up in Hertfordshire, but then I live in Essex now.
No
Yeah.
way.
Right.
Sorry.
I lived in
Sorry. Whereabouts in Hertfordshire? Because I used to live in Hertfordshire in Baldock.
Welwyn Garden City.
Yeah, I know
Near
Welling
Bulldog.
Garden. That's near
Yeah.
Stevenage. That's not too far
Yeah,
from.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Cool.
My
Yeah,
my
I was
my
there.
partner's from Essex. She was Colchester.
Yeah, a bit further out. I'm
Yeah.
like near Lakeside area,
Oh, nice.
like
Yeah.
Thurrock, if you've been around this side. Where about you guys? Where are you?
Well, Drew's the closest to you. He's in. You're in Brighton, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm in Brighton / Hove. Yeah.
And James is
Nice.
Hampshire, and I'm in Chester. But I used to be in London. Me and Drew used to be in London. He used to be South London. I used to be North London. So we never
Where
met.
in North London?
We're,
We
we're
never met.
opposite poles, but we never.
Opposite.
Yeah, I was like Muswell Hill at one point, then Crouch End area, North Finchley, those sort of places.
Okay.
Yeah.
We did meet up though, because I remember in Soho, there's some really cool photos of you and me fairly drunk at Mezzo's in one of those little booths. It came up on my Facebook the other day. Talking of social media, it was really funny. It was really funny, and you put the bromance is real or something. We're staring into each other's eyes. I don't know if we had cocktails or we just hadn't seen each other enough, but it was a beautiful thing.
Thanks for that lack of context.
The bromance is real. It's all good.
But like to get onto movies and stuff, what is it you're doing? Because obviously I've seen your YouTube channel, and obviously you're doing like you say, the breakdowns of films, doing like 15-minute like proper long form, talking about these things. Are you planning on doing small things on the social media? Or are you trying to just do the occasional thing and keep to YouTube, like you were saying kind of earlier?
Dream is just to be on YouTube, if I'm being honest.
Just focus that.
Like, yeah, I think, so I've been just focusing on YouTube for now. I think it was about, I can't remember when actually I made the pivot. I think it was early this year. I haven't really posted that much on Instagram. I just kind of repost the stuff that I'm doing on YouTube. Who knows, maybe towards the end of the year I might go back on it just to like here and there and fit it out. But I think YouTube is a whole different ball game that I'm actually trying to learn, and that also takes time. So I'm learning how to like construct like a story, which is like actually make the hook, and like when you talk about something, you're not just rambling. Like I really am trying to create something there, which is why I talk about unserious, because the vision is also just to make something that people can connect with, whether or not it's very serious, but then also lighthearted at the same time. So I've been really focusing on my YouTube long form and actually trying to talk about something that can hold people's attention for a long period of time, not just 1 minute.
Yeah.
That's the goal.
I think you do really well, because you, like you say, you do things that you have some comical content, you have some interesting content, but you always there's always quite frequently like a serious theme or a purpose, or you're challenging the audience. You're asking the audience a question. Why don't we see enough of X? Or what did you think of this? Or this? There's the rhetoric in the news and in social media. What do you think of that? That's what I find quite interesting, because like we'll do like a movie review together, like a whole episode, and like you say, rambling. We end up rambling, even though we try and structure it. I try and like say, let's talk about cinematography for 5 minutes. Let's talk about the actors, the themes, the whatever for a bit. But you just get excited and you just
of course.
talk about a thing. So it's quite difficult kind of bringing that in. Was that a deliberate, you deliberately want to do that, but what made you think of that? Because like the way your content is, it is geared towards the audience's participation rather than just listening, if that makes sense.
So are you asking in terms of why go down the YouTube route?
Well, why you're you're asking the audience a question because we just chat and hope people listen to us chat.
Got you. I got you
Whereas
now.
you're not just chatting, you're going, here's some educational things, and what do you think of this? And why do you think that happened? Which is quite interesting.
Got you now. I think this is how my brain works, if I'm being honest. Like, I when I remember, and even just how I interact with my friends or just on a social level, I'm so deep. Like if I see one little thing, like someone walk past and like someone's wearing a particular outfit, I'm like, guys, why did she wear that outfit? Not because the outfit's bad, but just, okay, I've noticed that she's become quite trendy on in TikTok recently. She might be someone that's online quite a lot. Okay, cool. Then she has this out. Like, I just like to dissect things. And I always encourage my friends and people around me, my close circle, to always try and dissect things. Just have like a thinking perspective. So when I'm also now creating content, I'm always trying to challenge people. Don't just watch the movie just for entertainment. It is entertainment fundamentally. Listen, go have a great time. But when you do leave watching that film or that TV show or that documentary, what is it? What are the things that you're taking away from it? Not to kind of change your morality or like your ethics, but what is the world or what this person try to communicate to you through this film, and what does that mean, and how does, because I personally speaking, in as much as I talk about film, I just love storytelling in general, like across the board, like storytelling, books, like that's what is really hard for someone like me who likes media in general, because one minute I might be just watching films every day for like 5 days in a row. The next minute I haven't watched a movie in a month, I'm reading. So it's like I just like stories, and I just want people to kind of think, because again, I just feel like we're losing our thinking ability of
Yeah.
recent. So
Well, what is it that grabs you about a film? Because, like you say, you watch a lot of films. So, what goes, oh, I've watched 10 this week. I'm going to do a video about that one. Why is it that one?
uh,
Is it because it's popular in the zeitgeist, or is it because it's one that's grabbed you for a specific reason?
um,
Because, like, you've
good
recently done
question.
like the
It could be.
drama and Project Hail Mary. Was there a reason you picked those over whatever else was in the cinema that week?
So that's a good question as well, because I am trying to do more evergreen stuff as well, where regardless of the time of the movie, like people will go and click that or listen to that. So obviously those two came out recently, and I spoke about those because that really did touch me. Like Project Hail Mary, actually, I left the movie feeling quite inspired about stories again. Like I was like, wow, like this was a beautiful story. This is so meaningful, and I think that's when it sparks in my mind, okay, why did this make me feel the way it made me feel, and did anyone else connect the dots too, like alien and like human and like the empathy and like just the visuals of seeing the spaceships connecting, like did anyone notice those feelings or those moments? And like the drama is very controversial right now, um and the topic is very heavy, and obviously I like to talk about heavy things but also in a light way. So I think that's why films are perfect for me, because I don't like to talk about politics, but you can talk about politics in a light way through film to a degree without feeling this is really heavy. This is really, like, you can still speak about like school shootings, but through a character, but still talk about it in a serious way. So that's why I prefer to like use films to talk about the world,
Yeah.
because there's a level of detachment to it, but there is still, it's still real at the same
Yeah.
time. But
You
yeah,
have a serious conversation about a topic that's over there, not in your life, but it does affect the
yeah,
world. Yeah, yeah. What did
yeah.
you think of the drama, generally speaking? Because it's full of horrible people. None of them are that redeemable, you know.
None of them.
But ironically, it stayed with me more than most films. You know, Project Hail Mary, of course. Me and Drew did a special on that because it was so powerful. But the drama is something that I still think about today, and I watched like a month ago because I've now got different opinions as it sat with me longer. And like
Mm,
the Zendaya character, who is the bad character from the trailers and the way it's perceived, but At the end of the day, she's the only one that didn't do anything bad, technically. She just thought about it.
Literally. Yeah.
Who hasn't thought about doing something horrible and then not done it? They're just voicing a negative. She'd been bullied and attacked like in her seminal years, so she wanted to fight back. And what goes on in that part of the world, that's how they fight back, you know? So she
Yeah.
thought about it but didn't do anything.
I think it's that whole hypocrisy again, right? Like we say, one thing and then we just do the other. So I think that's what the movie was really showing me that, like people just, you want to like, be upset about Emma, but you've also done bad things, like, like you, and also there's other stuff, aspects to it. So it's like potentially race and all that stuff. But I really like the movie. I didn't think I'm going to go back and watch it again, but I really did like the commentary. Like I think they did a good job. The only thing for me with these type of stories where it's like dark comedy is that there's always going to be a lot of contention there, because in my head I was thinking, okay, if I was American, if I did experience that and I went to the cinema, that would be extremely triggering. Or if I did lose someone in that, like that is, I was just thinking in my head, like the only reason why I could sit here without crying or without being affected is because I don't live this life. Like I am not American. So that's the only aspect to it. But Robert Pattinson's performance was great. I was like, he's got range. So yeah.
It was a weird one, wasn't it? Because it's like that. There was nothing in the trailer to insinuate what it was actually going to be about. So it does hit you with like a sledgehammer. But I guess to play devil's advocate, the amount of films we watch these days and someone gets murdered at some point, if someone walked into a film and someone's been murdered, they're not going to be, they shouldn't be triggered for the fact that they're going to watch a film with a murder in it, but because it's fiction. But I see the point that it wasn't, it was, I think a lot of people in America, no offense to Americans, not always the Anyway,
I felt like
they thought it was a rom-com, I think, and then it wasn't.
Yeah, I don't know, because it's Zendaya and Robert, right? So they thought, oh my gosh, yay!
Yeah,
I think that's how it was pitched, though. I think that's how it was originally pitched, and one of the trailers was even made to look like a kind of romantic, farcical film. But then, obviously, it's such kind of misdirection on purpose. But what I took from it, though, was the idea we're so quick to judge someone not based on their actions. And I feel like that's how the world is right now. When you look at certain comments, again, going back to social media, we're so quick to throw that kind of toxicity at somebody when we don't have the full picture and we don't understand the whole thing. And we're either just copying other people's reaction to something without, like you said, like questioning something and going, well, hang on a minute, let me kind of like develop this up here in my mind before I say something, rather than just going on instinct or going on emotion. Because like, kind of like what you both said, like the other three characters had done something that had an actual physical ramification. Whereas she'd only thought about it. It's a dark seed that was planted, but it never grew. So, and yet, even as an audience, it makes you question her. You become so judgmental. And I feel like the film is hinting at the fact that look how quick we are to judge based on a small amount of evidence. That's what I took.
Yeah, I think the other two were way worse. What they actually did.
Insane.
Way worse.
Insane.
And Robert Pattinson's issue was glossed over. Oh, just a bit of cyberbullying. Oh no, he had to move town. Wait a minute, that's pretty extreme. You've glossed over that so quickly. If we delved into that, there'd be another film in that story, though.
But I think it awoke other people's demons. That's what I quite liked about it as well, though. Her truth, and at the time, because she'd had a few drinks, she was like, and it felt like she was the only honest one, actually. When those three people said something, I felt like that wasn't their worst.
Yeah, and it wasn't.
They just pulled a card out. And if that was pretty damn bad already, their worst probably would have been way, way worse.
Something
Do you know what I mean?
else.
But
Yeah.
she really took the time to think about it and went, well, I'm going to play this game and I'm going to do it honestly. And this is what I thought. And she really took the time to think about something, go, this is something I've been struggling with, and I'm going to say it.
She needed help. She didn't need judgment. And,
100%.
And that Haim girl, she was the worst.
Yeah.
She
And I
just
think
wanted to attack her.
that's the other thing. Rather than trying to gauge or understand why people do things or wanted to do something, maybe we just saw the flashbacks of Zendaya's character. I don't know if she ever got to explain that to any other character necessarily, because that would be a completely different conversation based on what led her to the point where she wanted to do such a thing, you know?
Because no one asked her, isn't it? No one really gave her the time of day.
And again, this is what I mean about just you stamp something like, this is bad. You just stamp it without going, whoa, 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 hang on a minute. But what led to that? There's always like ingredients to things. Do you know what I mean? It's all these different things that build up to, something like that.
But that's what's so good about a film like that, because it does make you think and it does open up discussion, you know? What's the sort of best...
I do like... Go on.
Oh, no, go ahead. Go ahead. I was just,
No. Honestly, go.
I was just asking what sort of the best sort of thing you've been watching recently, whether it's TV or film, you know?
I have watched, outside of like the ones that I'm in love with, I'm watching Spy Family at the moment. But that is so different.
Spy Family?
Anime.
What?
Spy Family?
Oh,
anime.
okay, cool.
Spy Family?
So different. That's just like, yeah, it's so good. It's so good. But I finished Beef. I don't know if anyone else watched it yet.
Not yet.
Not the new...
I don't know why people are... I don't know.
I've heard mixed. Did you watch the first series, I take it?
Yeah, I love the first series.
Brilliant.
I don't know why everyone doesn't like season 2. I love season 2. Like within the first 2 episodes, I'm like, yeah, we're gonna make a video about this one. This was good stuff, and it really made me think. I think Americans do love to talk about capitalism. They do like movies and TV shows about capitalism a lot. But yeah, it just explores that when it comes to like relationships and how capitalism affects not just like your career, but also relationships and like your marriage or your friendships and your healthcare and all that stuff. So I'm going to probably explore that one a little bit more for YouTube, but I really do like season 2 for that. Don't know why everyone doesn't like it, but
yeah, it's been proper mixed, hasn't it? I think a lot of people are liking it, but I think there's no specific beef, is what I've heard. You know, the season 1 started with a car collision almost, and then them just hating each other, and then shit went crazy. Where this one, there's not a specific beef point. I think that's the critique.
See,
it's just this.
This is why I say I think people need to think a little bit more, because the beef is couple v couple. It's working class versus upper class.
Okay.
And like that's the beef. Like it's there was only from episode 1 there was one beef between the couple, like the married couple. That was their one beef. After that, there wasn't any like one linear moment anymore. It was this series of events that happened through. I just saw the beef with capitalism. They're all beefing capitalism. Like, that's how I'm viewing it. I'm not, like, I don't need one beef for the whole season. Like, I get it. They're all just arguing because they need money. Everyone needs money. That's really what it is.
So wait, is this intellectual beef?
Stop saying the word beef.
Intellectual beef.
Or just chicken? This season should have been called chicken because it's not quite beef, but yeah. No, but see, that's a perfect example, Michaela, what you're saying, that shows where the audience is at, actually. They've come in with a more kind of deep, profound psychological element to it that's not quite as on the nose as season 1. And people are like, I can't see the beef. Next channel. And you're like, look for the beef.
Show me the beef.
Yeah. And I listen to the podcast as well on Netflix, which I have started to do now just to go in the minds of the creators behind it. You could tell like he was not, they're not trying to make it obvious to everybody. Like this is what I loved about the series, is that it wasn't obvious, that you had to unpack it, you had to sit there and be like, whoa, like what was this about? What was that scene for? Yeah, that's those are the moments where I'm like, yeah, I need to make a video about it. When it makes me just like sit down and think for a second, not just so obvious. So yeah.
That's why I like, and we say this is sometimes with Christopher Nolan's work, is the idea of allowing the audience to have intelligence and to put the work in to reveal and discover things. But again, I think fascinating, like the world we're at right now, people just want they want their TV like their TV dinner. They just want to whip off the thing and it's all there, easy to unpack. You're like, hang on a minute, do a little bit of delving with your mind and question things and look for the kind of deeper meanings or the metaphors or symbolic. I love symbolism in movies and
same.
TV series, or how they use certain colors to explain things. And like people just don't dive that deep into storytelling and things like that. And that's they just want surface level crap Netflix stuff. It's just so on the nose. It's like
With symbolism, Drew, there was something I read the other day, and I'm pretty sure it's in The Departed. Every character that gets killed at some point has a cross. They either walk behind a fence that's got a cross on it, or there's like a walkway sign by them. Every single person in the movie.
Yeah, it's to do with to do with Hitchcock. It was like a nod to Hitchcock, and it's the idea that whenever there was an X in a certain character that would pass an X, they're going to be taken out.
Right.
Yeah.
See, stuff like that is fun. It's like little nuggets in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a full-on homage, that, wasn't it? Or copying, if you want to say it.
Yeah.
But it's something you wouldn't notice. It's something you would notice unless you got told about it. And then you go back and watch it, and it's so bloody obvious.
Yeah. Well, did you hear about the Fight Club? There's over, 27 different Star Cups. No, there's a Starbucks cup in every frame.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
Apparently in Seinfeld, there's a Superman in every episode.
What?
I started watching that the other day.
Keep an eye on Superman in every episode. Whether it's a figure or a cup or something, apparently there's a Superman in every episode.
This is genius. They've created like a digital Where's Wally within movies or TV series.
It's like the Cornetto trilogy, though, isn't it? Same thing.
Oh, yeah.
Wait, how's Seinfeld holding up in 2026? I can imagine that being quite not PC anymore.
I haven't gotten that far, but the first few episodes, I was like, oh, okay. No, I like it. I liked it. I don't have any problem.
Okay.
Just yet.
I haven't seen it for,
keep going, and then
I haven't seen it for ages, but I've got a feeling it's going to be offensive at some point.
Okay, fair enough. All right.
I think everything from that era is, because that was like the same era Friends, but more adult Friends, wasn't it? It wasn't as family friendly as much, was it?
Okay, I'll keep watching it. I'm intrigued
Friends
now.
when I was a kid.
No, Friends was.
Not adult.
But no, not everything. Go on, sorry, Drew.
No, sorry. I know you were saying about you read books, which is amazing. Do you feel
well done for reading?
No. It's got some poignancy here. Hopefully, do you feel that more and more people are reading less? That again, with this whole cutting corners with like digital things, how we kind of take in media, that rather than reading books and taking time to use our imaginations, we're listening to like audio, and like everything is becoming shortcuts to tell us the story. Like,
statistically, I mean, obviously people have spoken about it before, but we are reading less. That's the thing that's happening. And also the whole Audible books as well is another thing. Like people are listening instead of actually sitting down reading. That's another thing. And like, I always find it interesting when people say, oh, like, I'm just going to listen to it whilst I do loads of stuff. Like, I'm just going to clear the house. And like, I get how convenient that is. But there is generally something about just sitting down and reading, like, word for word, and taking your time to, like, visually, like, bring it to life when you're reading it too. But yeah, I definitely think people are reading less, and as well, YouTube is not great, but like also YouTube helps you break down things quickly as well. You know, like people don't break down episodes. Like I'm watching Euphoria. I'm not watching Euphoria, but I'm watching other people watch it and breaking it down. Like
Wow.
it's not, yeah, because I don't know what it is. It's one of those situations where like, I know that I'm not going to watch Euphoria. I'm not going to watch it. It, it's. I watched season 1 and season 2, but I was like, yeah, it's over now, guys. We're not going to continue doing this. But I'm intrigued about the controversy behind it, so I would outsource it and let someone tell me.
Do you want to know something funny? I've been doing exactly the same thing because
Thank
I've
you.
never watched it for whatever reason, but people always talk about it. So if I work with someone who has a certain interest or something they bring up, I'll learn a bit about it so I can
Yeah,
talk about it. And I've been watching people watch Euphoria because obviously they've completely abandoned reality now and it's gone
yeah,
like
it's
Scarface.
crazy. Yeah,
And especially, we won't spoil it, the graphic nature of the most recent episode and how they even showed it I was shocked. I was like,
I
eh.
don't. Yeah,
But yeah, I watched that because it's quicker and I can now have a conversation at work with someone about it. And I've watched two 5-minute videos of people
talking about it.
reacting to the episode or something. And I feel like I've watched it.
Yeah. So that's, I think some people do that with books as well, because they've also got book talk there as too, as well in terms of like recommending books as well to people. It's all algorithm. Like I picked books based on people's book talk recommendations. Awful books, horrible books. Like never again. So I'm not using book talk ever again. And as even the quality of writing as well has changed. Like I've also listened to some commentary around how books have, people using AI now, or like people don't actually know how to write books anymore, and blah blah blah. So I am worried, but that's why I try to read books that are quite old, um,
Yeah.
as a like
When
compared
people
to
knew
like
how
new
to write
books.
books, it was like this was a time of
Yeah.
yeah.
I think
But
nowadays as well, like with kids, like short form media is so big. I think it's going to be a long time, at least a couple of generations, for books to make like a real comeback because like I say, when we
yeah,
used to read books when we were younger, we didn't have an unlimited supply of content to watch on Netflix, Prime, Paramount, you know, Hulu, whatever. Whereas now we were like, well, there's nothing on TV. I'll read a magazine, I'll read a book, I'll, read the newspaper, whatever, read something. But nowadays, it amazes me you can still buy newspapers. To be fair, like who's buying newspapers? Like, but it's nowadays with the kids. They're coming up on short form. They're coming up on YouTube. They're coming like you hear stories now of kids going to school, starting school, and they don't even know how to use a book, which I don't know how that's possible because
I
they're
don't know
just
how
used to, or
that's
they've been given a book and they've tried to like swipe it or something, or like, and it's like, what is going on? And that's
no.
I thought that was joke news, but it was on the actual main news, and I was like, kids that go so like 4 years old, little kids, they read books, they like looking through books or colouring in, surely, right? Everyone, but they're
Well,
just given an iPad and it's
so the kids of this generation think their book is a brick. So now they're like, wait, my phone's locked. No, that's a book.
It's not
You
working.
just
Yeah, it's a
open
bit.
I will
it.
say one thing though, they do like my little lads in year 2 at school, and they write short stories every week.
That's awesome, man.
Good.
Things like that are good because I think the art of writing is kind of like even becoming a thing. How often do you write? Well, I write things down every day at my job, but in generally, how often do you sit there and write? You probably do type, or do you write still?
No,
That's
honestly,
the
I just do. I use notes in my phone, which is so it's kind of digital typing, but it gets my brain active. But I haven't used like ink and paper apart from when I'm at work. Yeah.
that's
So
the
what-
Speaking
thing.
about
Like
books, though,
I
oh, God.
even I made a video about it a few months ago on how to like bring back what did I call about it, about how to engage with media better, and I noticed that I stopped writing for a long period of time. I was like, when was the last time I wrote something? So even now when I have like video ideas and stuff, or I'm breaking down a movie, I'm making sure I'm actually writing, and it actually flows, like my brain flows better for some reason compared to when I'm typing on a laptop. Um, so yeah, like we need to write a bit more, I think.
I wonder if it's like it's how your mind, because when you're writing the letters and stuff, and you're doing that, you've almost got the physical manifestation of the words, and your brain is remembering what you're saying as you write
Yeah,
it. So you got two forms rather than when you text, when you write it into your phone, you're not doing the shape of the letters. Do you know what I mean? You're just pressing the
I
keys.
think when you're doing that, your brain's in autopilot. It's going off muscle memory. But when
Yeah.
you're doing that, you're actually looking at what
Thinking.
you don't write like that, do you? So it's like
Yeah,
you have to like do
thinking.
this.
One hundred
But
percent.
on the subject of books, though, Drew, we haven't done a plug of yours for a while.
Oh, stop.
Drew's got two fine books.
Oh, are you reading 2 books at the moment?
No. James is hinting that I've written a couple.
Is
I'm a
it?
poet, so if you do like kind of deep and profound and philosophical stuff, yeah, I've written,
Wow.
and my second book actually delves into
Kev's gone for the prop.
my second book delves into social media addictions and trying to break the stigma on. I mean, he's such a sweet guy. Yeah, he's
My
that's
Life in Pieces and Sober on Truth,
Drunk on
right? Or
Lies.
drunk on Lies. Okay, let me need.
What's fascinating that you said that. No one knows the title of my second book. Someone the other day was
No.
like calling it Poetry, Balance, and Chaos.
My Life in Pieces. Why would someone say that if it's not on the cover? No.
No. But do you see what I mean? Like it's not because it looks so random.
But yeah,
I can see it now.
Drew is a poet.
How long did it take you to write those two? It's really good.
AI.
Thick as well.
Oh wow.
The first
Yeah.
one, the first one was like a year and a bit, I think, and that was during lockdown. Because like you were kind of talking about the idea of having time, because time was given back to us during that really scary time, and rather than just flaking out in front of the TV, I started writing poetry with a friend of mine, and my friend Michael Felton. He created all of this amazing artwork to go with it because we grew up with like Roald Dahl and Quentin Blake. So the idea of some poetry and a bit of kind of like art with the storytelling, so you could look at either and get a sense of the story. And then the second one was like three years or so. Like the second book is the one I always wanted to create, but I never thought I was able to until the first one happened. And the second one exists, so it's like it wasn't a fluke. So yeah, do you know what I mean? It's kind of like, yeah, I was able to get it. Yeah.
Did you
Are you
handwrite?
working on a third one?
See, I mean, that's what
Probably
everyone says. Yes.
No?
Yes, I am working on a third one.
No one's happy with your achievements, Drew. We need more
Well, I know, right? No, but
content.
I think, but I'll be honest. When we were talking about the idea of grading said work and stuff, it's incredibly heartbreaking when you release something into the wild and you only get a very minimal reaction. So then when people are like, "Oh, can't wait for your next one," it's like, well, yeah, but I'd like a number of people to actually react to this one before I do another one. Do you know what I mean? You kind of do want to get some kind of feedback from the other side of things. Do you know what I mean?
No, yeah, I get you.
But
You're not going to do another one until you've got enough likes. That's
exactly. Yeah. No, but what I don't know. It's interesting because, like we were saying about the idea of doing something for a reason, right? And I don't want the reason to be. I want to write something because it means something to me, rather than going, I'm trying to unlock this ability or whatever. Do you know what I mean? But I did think research.
You should do a movie poet, like not directly, but use like the drama as a theme and write a poem around that theme. Write a poem around Project Hail Mary theme, etc., but not actually about the film, just about what themes it comes up.
And then the book is just like all the different kind of poems. Well, because I have written in that new one, there's one based on the TV series Neighbours and Good Friends and Neighbours, the one with John Hamm.
John Hamm, yeah.
And then there's a piece on there which was based on The Substance. So kind of similar to you, Michaela, when I see a film, the story in it or a TV series, it really gets my brain going, and I'm like, oh, I really want to write something about that and tell a small kind of hopefully deep story that you can return to and see in different ways. But I asked AI why poetry isn't so popular, and it's kind of like what you were saying, Michaela. People want surface level stuff. People
Yeah.
don't want to use their brains, like, and they don't want to feel like they're not intelligent enough to appreciate poetry. But I don't think you need to be. You can just feel it. If you read something and how it makes you feel, or how you visualize something, that's enough. You don't have to understand everything that was written on the page. It's whatever you get from it, you know? But yeah.
I've been trying to read more poems as well, to be fair.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
the books are available at
Yeah.
all good bookstores.
This is great promotion.
James,
Look
thanks.
at them
Thanks for the
supporting
post.
you.
No, it is beautiful. I'm so lucky to have these guys. Like
That's amazing.
they're incredible, man. They're my brothers from different mothers, you know, and they're incredibly supportive of my creative pursuits of madness. So
It's
yeah.
different. All you writing being creative. I haven't written joined up handwriting for years. That it's weird to do because I don't write in my job. I email and stuff. Every now and again when I write, it's always in capital letters. I haven't done join up writing in so long.
Kept doing kicking K's.
Seriously, it's weird to do it. Like
Evan with a kicking K.
Look, all my notes are like capital letters and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, by the
Wow.
way, Kev, hold that out a little bit.
But his
Kev
writing's
writes like a
amazing.
mouse. Show her the size of your writing.
It's small.
It's not small, it's ridiculous. Look at that.
He said Stuart Little writing, but what's amazing?
Stuart Little.
He gets like
amazing
3
about it-
lines between the lines.
He's so eco with the paper, which is lovely, because you think every time a tree is, killed in vain for pages, Kevin is thinking about the trees, man, because like you think how long one page could last. God love him, man. God love him. And the trees love him more for it. I am
Do you do that on purpose?
Yeah, that's my handwriting.
Kev will submit a 3,000 word essay on the
Michaela's
back of
asking
a
if
beer
you're trying to
bottle.
save the trees, bro.
There's nothing weird
Yeah.
here. How else am I
Kev
gonna
does a
write?
2,000 word essay on the back of a Pokemon card.
I can write 3 lines within a line on A4 paper. You know, like the actual line. I can write 3 lines
No, you can't.
in capitals.
Kev,
I don't believe you.
Kev, bring it back into
3 lines per line.
Yeah,
What?
I was like, I don't know. I don't.
3 lines on a shirt, but 3 lines in a
There's no
space.
lines on this because it's all spaced out. That's my
Kev, the
nice
writing's so
spaced out
small you
stuff.
can't even read it.
I can't read it.
Do you need like a magnifying glass or like a telescope? Just to...
Anyway, should we talk about something that's not about my
Kev's
writing?
teachers at school got the binoculars out, just like, what's going on with this? Sherlock Holmes trying to grade him.
No, it's amazing. It's amazing that he does it. I love it because it gives us structure sometimes.
Yeah, it's not working though, is it?
No. Yeah.
So, Michaela, what is it you've been into? What are you going to be into this year? Have you seen anything that you're? Because there's a lot of horror in the next month, and I'm not sure if you're into the horror as much, or anything you're particularly looking forward to this year.
Michaela's more sci-fi, I think.
Oh, I feel like I'm everything.
Oh, okay.
Except romance for some reason.
Really?
Except like,
Okay.
yeah, I'm not really a romance. Yeah, I find it quite cringe.
What about a rom-com? What about a
I'm-
fun rom-com? Not an actual romance, like a rom-com. No?
Oh, okay, yeah. No.
No? That was the politest. Shut
That
the
was
hell up.
awesome.
No.
That was my favorite.
What was the last rom-com I mean,
What
I
about
don't even
Fall
know
Guy? Did you
really.
see Fall Guy with
Is that a
Emily
rom-com?
Blunt?
No.
Ryan Gosling.
Action
What's that?
film.
But there's
Yeah, it was
romance
action.
comedy in there.
I'd say
No.
Roofman is almost a rom-com.
Which one?
Roofman?
No.
Every film's a romance if you really want it to be.
Well, it is a romance.
But hang on, wait a minute.
not.
Project Hail Mary's got like Stone Mans or Rock Mans
Romance.
because of the
Drew.
the Rock
Yeah.
and Man love.
You're milking it.
That
That would have been a weird segue on
No,
it if
man.
that film went down that route.
Yeah.
Is a like a bromance. Like they
Comes home with
care.
a
Right.
box of pebbles that are his kids.
Yeah.
No, I mean they
I mean,
care. They care so much about each other. They're willing to risk their lives, man. That's a special.
They're not
Romance.
willing to risk that though. There's levels.
That is a special kind of love.
But like we
No,
said,
I-
every film could be, even a horror film could be a romance. There's someone in love with someone in a film, and then they get killed. It doesn't mean it's a romance.
Exactly. So I watched Together the other day, and
Ooh, I want to see that.
Right? So I saw that as a nice romantic.
You saw it as a nice romantic.
You
Yeah,
thought it was
because
before?
essentially-
After you thought it was.
Wait,
No. Like before I knew it was horror, I knew going into it's horror, right?
right, yeah.
And even after watching it, I was like, oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
I get that.
Because like they were, yeah, because they're
get
like
it.
depending on each other, and like I was like, oh, it makes sense. Oh,
I had
Yeah.
nightmares.
Aw.
I had nightmares at first. But when they came to get, like, spoilers alert, are we allowed to go into spoilers?
Yeah, it was that
Yeah, why
beautiful-
not? It's been
what
out
a
long enough.
Beautiful scene when they've got a bread knife trying to chop their arms off each other. That was so romantic.
Yeah,
It's
they
like
got that as a wedding
it's
gift.
like top romance films. Together, Basic Instinct.
That bit in the film and
No,
Together, that bit where it's the glass door that you can't see through fully, and their face just goes boom, slap, and then like that, and she's like above the floor.
That was so scary. Because like when when she's driving, is she driving and he's in the shower just
Oh yeah,
yeah. But what's going through my mind was this like he can't live without her.
Oh yeah, that's beautiful.
Sorry, like I was like, oh my gosh, yeah, this is quite intense, and I actually started laughing at some points. But yeah, I was like, oh, like you're just showing how, and they're a real couple, aren't they? In real life.
Yeah.
yeah.
So I was like, oh, this makes sense. They
So what
But
was
isn't
your
she-
thoughts of the ending when they literally get together?
Yeah.
What, to see his was it his parents? Or
That was the
someone's
nice
parents
part.
coming?
That's when they gave up and just went, right, let's just do it.
Yeah, let's get it together. Like
that was a bit weird. Like seeing, yeah, I was like, oh, okay, interesting ending.
CGI
But again, it
a
was
bit-
just like, oh, yeah, CGI is a bit scary.
Yeah.
But I just viewed it as, just this couple that were trying to, resist each other, but then realizing, you can be together. Aw, cute.
wow.
Yeah, that's my romance.
That's
Wow.
that's a beautiful romantic review of Together.
That's the
Yeah.
last thing I thought I'd expect to hear today. The
Wow.
last
Really? No, like I know there's some rom-coms out now. I can't bring myself to go to watch them. I will be cringing.
What are you looking forward to next, though? Like, regardless of genre, like just something that you might have seen a clip of, or like you heard about, or like you're a fan of, or
I have a list. I can't actually think of it right now. Obviously, this is Devil Wears Prada 2. Like, this is my most rewatched movie of all time. Devil Wears Prada
cool.
1.
Yeah.
So that's like
Rom-com.
my home.
Good movie.
It's not a rom-com.
No, I wouldn't say it was borderline.
It's not a rom-com. That is a woman trying to achieve things in life, figures herself out.
it's a romance.
Evolution.
It's a romance.
I've heard that's a thing, right?
Have you just made that up?
I've never heard
No,
that.
no, it's actually
Yeah,
on a thing
you-
because you've got bromance and you've got woe for woman, woman.
Yeah, we got
romance.
it. We're not stupid, but that's just
Yeah, thanks for explaining that.
you didn't have to break that down.
It's better when you break things down. No, it's fine.
But yeah, no, Devil Wears Prada looks good. Looks good.
Devil Wears Prada. I mean, obviously the Doomsday, just because of X-Men. I'm a huge X-Men fan.
Yeah,
So seeing Magneto and Professor X it's going to be fun.
yeah.
The Odyssey, I'm intrigued about how they're going to do this because of the casting. It's quite insane. I think that's a whole topic of a whole conversation about why they just packed everybody into that movie. Obviously there are, I can't actually think of, what about you guys? It might actually remind me of some things that's coming up.
I'm excited about Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, not really a
That's
Spider-Man
going to be
fan.
the crescendo, isn't it? I
I
think.
can't wait for that.
Oh, sorry about that.
Dune 3.
Oh, there we go. Yeah.
There's also Fokker-in-Law.
Oh yeah, that looks awesome.
Oh yeah, that looks fun.
Yeah, with Ariadne.
Yeah, Ariana
Ariana
Grande. Yeah.
Grande. Yeah, that looks fun.
Yeah,
That'd be a fun one.
and you got things like Toy Story 5 coming out,
Yeah.
Shrek 5 as well.
Guys, Toy Story
Minions
5
3.
is actually connected to the conversation we had at the very beginning of this episode with Michaela, talking about
the iPad.
screen time and the boom. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Live
Good
action
one.
Moana.
No.
Kill me.
No.
I think that's going to bomb.
She just shot that
No.
straight now, like boom.
I think it will
No.
bomb that film.
Werewolf's
What?
coming out
Oh yeah,
From-
Robert Edwards.
from Nosferatu. Now it's Werewolf. Did you see Nosferatu?
Nice.
Michaela, did you see
Me?
Nosferatu? Yeah.
No. I've seen the very old one for school, but
Okay.
not the new ones. Not the new
Highly
ones.
recommend.
Really good.
Best film last year.
Yeah. Really?
Yeah. For everything.
Okay.
Cinematography, the style,
okay.
We
the
were saying so atmospheric, and we were saying it kind of got snubbed of like a cinematography at least for like or best film. Remember we were saying?
it's just
At the time.
incredible. It will blow you
Did
away.
it come out in 2025 or 2020?
For us, yes, it was in America at the end of 2024. We got it January 25.
Yeah. No, I have not watched that one yet.
Sinners.
Oh, that's my movie of 2025. That's my movie for the next decade.
Yeah. Come on.
Yeah.
I don't know
yeah,
how many
that
times
was
we've
incredible.
watched that. How many times have you watched it yourself? I've seen it like 4
I
times.
only watched it once. I've only watched it once. I only watched it once. When it comes back out at home, I'll watch it again. But there's something sometimes just like just sit with it and just easy with it. I don't need to go back and watch it again.
I was just gonna say, if you did purchase the film, the making of the 1 hour making of is mind blowing.
Okay.
So yeah, that is
Okay.
like next level stuff.
Okay. I'm gonna do that.
Do you own films
Purchase it.
or are you a streamer? Do you buy? You
Yeah,
buy?
I own films. Yeah.
Okay.
I buy, but I try to like wait a bit, obviously. But no, I do buy. So I'm gonna look into that one.
Are you watching it on like a DVD player or like a Blu-ray or like what's the?
So I use our PS. So I use PS. I don't have like a Blu-ray or like a DVD player.
Oh, like
I
a,
don't.
I know what you're saying.
like a
What is
PC.
that?
PlayStation as a PlayStation, Drew. You're so old.
Oh God.
What?
One of those video game things.
Yeah.
But you didn't
PS,
say.
like PS5 or
One of
like
the video games.
Yeah, PS5. Oh, you don't know what?
Oh, I thought you said the
PlayStation.
LPS. I thought.
Yeah,
What's the
I thought you said the
LPS?
old PC. Like I just need my ear syringed.
No. No, I don't.
Yeah, I didn't
So
get
my
you
dad
either.
still has like the DVD and the Blu-ray and stuff, but at here, my husband, he has the PlayStation, so I just use that.
Nice.
Yeah.
I was going to start getting back into physical media, like getting like the steel books for all like my top films, because they always come with a little extra, don't they, that you don't get on like Netflix or something. And I think there's like something lost with the art. Just go into a video store or something, a DVD store or whatever. Like, sometimes we do a thing at CEX where we'll treat it like Blockbuster, except go in and ask the person at the till to pick a film for us. And then just because otherwise you're just choosing your film, you might as well just watch Netflix. They just pick you a film, or you pick a film based purely on the cover, like you used to do. Like no watching a trailer, none of that. And it costs about 50p. You watch a movie, go home, get some popcorn, stick it on. Classic style.
Happy days.
Yeah, I used to, like you guys know, I used to own literally almost 1,000 DVDs, and I had multiple thousand VHS. And then when I moved, I got rid of them all because like Netflix was a thing. I was like, no point now.
Yeah,
And now I'm regretting it.
yeah.
That wall,
Same.
dude, that wall of DVDs just looks so nice. You know, when you go to someone's house and you like look, it's like a mini library of media, right? And you just look along. And go, oh,
It
that
was
one's
too
great.
much. I think your guys' idea of like James is saying, get the steel, but get the the top-notch ones, but there's too many top-notch films in my opinion, so I would
Yeah.
end up with loads
Fair.
again. So I don't want to start doing that.
Can I say, when you're talking about you love storytelling, Michaela, what do you think about some of the storytelling in computer games? Because I think that's becoming like next level.
Okay, so the only two that I adore is Split Fiction and It Takes Two. Those are the only two like games that I play, and I kid you not, I want to be in them. Like I want to be a character in that game.
It Takes Two, I want to get.
It's so good.
Can you elaborate on that for the listeners?
So, It Takes Two is about like this on the verge couple about to divorce, and then they basically have to go through various like adventures and work together. So it's like a two-player game. You have work together to overcome challenges. You like defeat like a person at the end and blah blah blah. And then the same creator then created Split Fiction, where it was like you have Split Fiction where you have sci-fi and then you also have fantasy, which is one of my two favorites. So again, just a guy wants to kind of go into their minds to take all their storytelling, all their ideas, I think, and they go into the bubble and they have to kind of defeat certain things again. But again, a two-player game working together. The thing about both of them is literally everything to the T about the storytelling. It's like the stories, it's like the music choices, it's the costumes, it's like the world, it's like the visuals, like it's everything. Like literally everything. I would only buy anything from those creators from now on. Yeah, they're so good.
That did
Yeah,
not.
I don't really play that much.
If you do like storytelling and fancy a storytelling game, it's quite a basic game. It's like an indie game, so similar sort of developer. It's called Bastion. And it's basically narrated the whole game. So the whole time there's like a narrator, and you're just sort of basically going on a little adventure. It's quite mellow play, like top down, sort of puzzly. But the way there's a narrator, the whole thing, it's like very different to anything else. It probably costs about £5. It's not an expensive game, and it's quite old, but it's a good little kind of. Where there's a narrator, you kind of find yourself more engaged with it. Because sometimes when I play games, there's other things going on, music or someone's doing something. When you're that, you like locked in.
The other one I'm excited for though is James Bond one.
First Light.
That I'm for
It looks
that
so
one.
good.
I'm excited for. I watched it with my husband, and I was like, I need that game now. You need to get that game for me when it comes out.
It comes out soon. The one I'm looking forward to the most.
May 27th, guys. I think.
Is it May 27th?
I think
the one I'm looking forward to the most, that I think will also inspire an amazing film and will probably be Game of the Year, will be the new Lego Batman, because of the amount they've got. Colin Farrell's Penguins in it. They've got like everyone, and it looks amazing.
Okay.
Like the storytelling, everything in it is going to be absolute class, I think.
I'm gonna write that down.
I'm just sitting here going, I have no idea what anyone's on about because I don't play.
Kev liked to play air guitar back in the day. Guitar Hero, whatever.
Michaela's giving me a dirty look. You could not hide that face very well.
Okay.
Kev was a fiend on
I don't
Guitar
play
Hero.
computer games.
You're missing
It's
out.
alright,
Dude.
it's fine.
You're missing out. It's another world, bro. It's another world.
Maybe board games?
How
Card
am I the
games?
loser in this
No?
conversation?
Noughts and crosses. It's 3 versus 1, man. That's why. Like you could see the passion up
Am I the
here.
only adult in the room? Am I the only adult right now? To be fair, the game you described first of all did not sound like a computer game. That sounded quite interesting and thoughtful and different. That's
It's
not
on the
like
PlayStation, so
yeah.
Hey.
Well,
It's in the game.
sounds like computer games have come quite a long way.
They have.
I only play
They
things.
cost
that
more than
shoot
movies
people
to make
usually.
now.
Yeah. No, amazing. Well,
But they're doing a lot of like acting now. Like they're actually like motion capture. Like they're getting real actors in there, or they're using like real actors' faces of well-known
Well,
artists.
Norman Rebus is in Death Stranding.
Yeah, yeah. Kit Harington's in one as well. Like there's loads. Like
Oh.
What about this James Bond one? Who's in that? Who's playing James
So
Bond?
no, I don't think it's an actual actor. It's young James Bond, so it doesn't. I don't think it resembles anyone.
well, no, but it'd be interesting to know who the voice is. Like I hope it's not AI. I hope it is actually a real.
No, it's a real guy. I think they announced him as the new James Bond for the game. So
Oh, cool.
The irony is, if you go back to an episode we did last year, I actually said the best thing Amazon could do now they've got James Bond is have an origin story, and then the bloody game's getting made.
Yeah,
It's like that's
yeah.
the move. Have an origin story. Start from the beginning. Have him
Yeah.
at college or university, whatever. And that's ironically what the game is.
That's mad.
So-
Isn't it? It's almost like young Sherlock. You know that Guy Ritchie one on TV at the moment. They've gone right back to the beginning where he's young and he's at college, and that's kind of what this Bond is. Exactly like you're saying. He's got like a scar on him, and he's like all young and green
It's
behind
Isn't-
his ears.
Gibson, whoever that guy is, he's
Yeah,
playing
yeah,
James Bond
yeah.
voice.
What? That's the young Dexter guy.
Is it?
No.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, that's the guy that plays the young Dexter in
Really?
in the flashbacks. Yeah, he's amazing. You know Dexter Resurrection, Michaela? Do you watch?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, you're right.
Oh, I didn't even notice. Oh my gosh, I didn't even
Sometimes
realize.
my brain knows things.
Oh my gosh, yes.
He's
Is
got.
young Sherlock worth watching? I'm also trying to watch Bad Boys as well.
Bad Boys.
Bad Boys,
Wait,
Is it Bad Boys or Bad Guys on Prime?
Bad
Bad
Guys
Guys?
is the animation.
The Boys.
No, Bad Guys.
The Boys is on Prime. That James saying.
No, yeah, not Bad. The Boys.
Oh, The
My
Boys
friend-
is. Oh,
Yeah, I started watching that. Like,
Mental. The new season.
So
Mental.
good.
Okay. Yeah, The Boys.
So
oh
good.
my gosh.
It just gets better and
Are
better.
you literally on the
Okay.
first series? You're in the first
I'm
series,
on the
are you?
first season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's one of those
Yeah.
rare ones that
Skip
get-
past anything you
get
see on
better and better.
TikTok. There's so many spoilers.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
It does get better and
Like
better all the
my
time.
Yeah.
mouth was on the jaw from episode 1. I was like, this is incredible. This is top stuff. Like,
Yeah.
this has just been sitting on my TV and I didn't know. So
It's
yeah, I'm looking
fantastic.
to watch that.
The text is so funny as well because it's such kind of heightened dialogue as well. So, but that works because of the world. It's brilliant.
Okay.
But
It's
before
brilliant.
we
Good.
before we go,
That's
there's
good.
another one to add to your list. If you're into like your James Bond and stuff, have you seen this Riz Ahmed series Bait?
I haven't finished it yet, but it's good.
Oh, it's
I
brilliant.
like it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
we were saying, I think he's only allowed to do that because Prime have got James Bond because it's so on the nose about James Bond that I don't think he would be allowed to do it unless it's
Okay.
Prime that agreed to it.
It was also a little kind of like nudge at the fact that people said, wouldn't Riz Ahmed make a really interesting Bond? So, and that went like kind of viral.
Thing.
And then
Yeah.
he
It
was
would be
like,
good, but as that series keeps progressing, like the shorter I realize he is, that it might be tricky for him to be a big domineering James Bond.
yeah.
Michaela, who would you put for James Bond? Who would be your top picks?
Oh,
Jacob Elordi, I think, is in the mix.
I don't
absolutely
know how I
not.
feel about it.
Absolutely not.
And that's the
Oh,
other end. 7-foot James
not-
Bond is mental.
Yeah, no, but that's who everyone keeps talking about.
Yeah,
No.
he's been mentioned, definitely.
No.
They'll
Like-
make him look shorter.
And Aaron
They need
Johnson.
to stop putting people that we always see away. We need
Yeah,
different
unnoticed.
people.
Yeah.
It needs
It's
to be a main
annoying.
staple as well because every time the conversation comes up, it's whoever's hot right now. And Jacob's Lordy has been hot the last 6 months with some of these big films. But he might
Do you
not
know
be
who I'm
hot
putting
next
up
year.
there for my
I think
picks?
Henry Cavill would be the best. Like if he could slim down a little bit,
He's
he's
too famous. The best two guys for the job, I think, would be either Alex Pettifer, who you know him if you see him.
Alex
And-
Pettifer. I haven't heard of him in such a long time.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and
Yeah,
also
what's-
the guy that was on in Divergent and the in Betweeners movie with the cocaine. He does a Range Rover advert now.
oh
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
man,
yeah.
he's the guy from The Monkey Man.
What's his name?
Yeah, he's a bad actor from The Monkey.
He's not great, dude.
There's not
What's
a lot
his
else.
name?
I personally think Tom, the guy that plays Lucifer, would be a brilliant James Bond.
Nah. Get Cillian
Tom Ellis.
Murphy in there.
That's Tom Ellis.
Tom Ellis, yeah.
Cillian Murphy.
Cillian Murphy's too pop famous. Bond's never been a superstar actor ever.
I mean, you say that.
Doesn't matter.
Cillian Murphy obviously won an Oscar, but he's very under the radar. Like,
Yeah,
Everyone
he's-
knows he is.
I'm obsessed with Cillian Murphy.
Also,
So-
how old's Cillian Murphy?
I was just
And
like,
And Michaela, how
I'll
weird
watch
is it
anything.
with like the Odyssey that Nolan's invited all his friends apart from Cillian Murphy, who's been in all of these films pretty much.
Yeah. Kev,
Like,
Cillian
why, like,
Murphy's 50.
And
I don't want to see another 60-year-old James Bond running
do
around.
you know who I really want? Do you know who I really want out of everyone?
ages.
Pierce Brosnan.
Pierce Brosnan. That's
Yeah.
that's the
Yes.
correct answer.
Idris Elba would have been good 10 years ago.
Who says that James Bond needs
Yeah,
to
we
be in
need
his prime?
a young one.
Because
I
it's
want
so...
an old one, like a
Well,
decrepit
we
one.
need to start again so we can get multiple movies out of them. Now.
Yeah,
That's
get
the
someone
whole
in their
point.
20s or early 30s.
Yeah, but they've got the IP now, so they can bring a Pierce Brosnan series, and they can bring a child series. They can mix it up, you know.
No. We need a
70,
whole
65-year-old men
refresh.
running around
Get the
beating up 20
multiverse
people at a
of
time.
Bond.
It's just so ridiculous, though.
James is so.
Yeah, but he wouldn't be beating up 20 people at a time. He's very accurate with his War for PPK, and he'll be all
Like
good.
one punch and he's done his hip in. He'd be like, oh,
He's just taking the lift. I need to take the lift. I can't take the stairs.
Hugh,
What
what have you
about
got
Tom-
for me today? I've
what
got a
about
Zimmer
Tom
frame with a
Holland?
laser beam on it.
Did
I
you
was
say
actually
Phil
thinking Tom Holland's
Collins?
a great shout. Tom
What about
Holland.
Tom Holland would be
Collins?
great, but too big.
I
You're
think he's
too
obsessed,
big.
great.
James. It can be a big actor.
Never has been, though.
I
Sean
think it
Connery
can-
was
Daniel
pretty
Craig
big.
is-
Not what was he doing before Bond?
I don't know.
Daniel
Stuff.
Craig.
Exactly.
Marine.
He was in like Polar Bear movie, The Golden Compass. That's what I remember.
Oh, you're talking about Daniel Craig. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't remember
Right, we
much.
should,
They'll find someone.
should probably end before we all have a fight.
Put up your dukes. Put up your
No
I
one's
would
giving
like
me
to see
leeway
an old
here.
age pensioner Bond movie though, where like Q is designing like Zimmer frames with gadgets on and stuff, and chair stair things with like rocket boosters, just like a comedy Bond.
like a stand and stair lift, and he's just taking
Yeah, with
people out
boosters.
on
That
the
was a
stairs.
Naked Gun where he gets flown out of the building.
Oh yeah.
Gosh.
Anyway, thank you very much, Michaela, for joining us. We really appreciate it. That
No,
was
thank you.
yeah, no, it was lovely to chat to you, and we'll keep an eye on the YouTube stuff more than the social media stuff. But everyone go and follow her. I'll put the links and everything in there for you guys to follow on both platforms. But yeah, thank you very much
Thank
for
you
joining
so
us.
much.
Yeah, it's so
right.
nice to meet you. Thank you for carving out time.
Likewise.
No
No
worries.
worries. Bye.
All right, we'll speak to you soon.
Bye.
This has been Rage Whale. Thanks for hanging out with us. We hope you had a whale of a time.
Thank you all for your continued support, and please do check out our other fun episodes with many great and interesting guests. And just to let you know, we're also on YouTube if you want to also watch us. But do give us a follow on Instagram and TikTok, and we'd love a cheeky 5-star rating on here if you had a moment. And if you do want to support us further, we do have merch. The links are here and on our socials. It's ragewhale.tmill.com. Thanks for listening. Have a great day.